Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. Chris Brown has returned to his old propensities again in light of the fact that he just came for a large number of Omarions who dissed him, or possibly that is the way Chris feels about it. Omarion, as of late, stood in opposition to how he used to really like Chris's ex, Karrueche Tran, and I surmise that Chris hasn't arrived for this genuinely. With the way he responded, it seems that Chris Brown actually really wants his ex, Karrueche Tran, in light of the fact that he just sent a few weighty words at Omarion, in light of the fact that Omarion uncovered that he had eyes for Karrueche and planned to take action on her before she began dating Chris for some setting. Chris began dating Karrueche back in 2011, however, he said a final farewell to her the following year since he understood that he actually cared deeply about Rihanna. As per Omarion, he was really shocked when Karrueche sprung up with Chris on the grounds that he believed that they had something to be thankful for continuing, and were on a similar energy level. I recall you saying Karrueche went to John BRS as well. No doubt this is all before she was K. She was Karrueche, yet she was K. Right? And you all were somewhat feeling one another, and I thought you all would have been better off believing it. That is valid. That is valid. Afterward, she was on media takeout with Chris. Jason Lee then uncovered that he had plans to connect Omarion with Karrueche. However, at that point, Chris cleared in and took Karrueche right in front of them, becoming unbothered. You've been unbothered for quite a while. That is insane to such an extent that you would recount that story. It's a genuine story. It is on the grounds that evening that my main goal was to attach you with Karrueche, right? And I don't have the foggiest idea what happened. Nor I don't have any idea what happened now. Omarion presumably wasn't attempting to be untidy or anything when he offered the expression, since he was simply responding to an inquiry that Jason posed to him. Anyway, Chris misinterpreted this, since he took to web-based entertainment to conceal Omarion, saying, "Man, in the event that you don't get your falterin', G-self on some place. Men be trying the impossible." It's sort of fascinating that he would feel so firmly about this when he didn't actually treat Karrueche all that well when they were together. I mean, sure, they made a charming couple. However, he was likewise pernicious to her when they were together in 2017. Karrueche recorded court reports, mentioning a controlling request against Chris, whom she had said a final farewell to at the time in the reports. She made a few pretty stunning disclosures that show that Chris was as yet the vicious individual that he had been in 2009 when he put his hands on Rihanna. She guaranteed that he had hit her in the gut and had even pushed her down a stairwell several years prior to she recorded. However, she didn't report it. At the time, this was on the grounds that he was still waiting on the post-trial process from the Rihanna occurrence and would have crossed paths with the law. Karrueche likewise uncovered that Chris had threatened to unalive her colloquialism, in the event that he could never have her, then no other person could. This is simply really poisonous, and I'm happy that she got out when she did. However, despite the fact that they had separated, Chris kept on threatening her and, surprisingly, her companions, and she figured out how to get a controlling request against him. So Chris dealt with her like that, yet he's still, some way or another, furious that another man is discussing the way in which he used to really like her young lady. Kindly, Omarion tossed the shade right back at him, and he said that as a matter of fact, we need to concede that occasionally our presumptions and assumptions are off base, and in this way, our translation of occasions is mistaken. Don't treat individuals how they treat you, show individuals how to treat you, and consistently recall that doing nothing is extremely difficult to do. No one can really tell when you're done well. Fans had a great deal to say regarding this new hamburger, and they left remarks like, in the event that this ninja Chris Brown's message is towards Omarion, my man's necessities to cool. It's not stunning to think they shared an energy that very night they generally met. I love Chris Brown like I sincerely love Wendy and love every little thing about him. I disdain his attitude, however. For what reason do I regard Moran like that? When he regards you, that man will never be chaotic. He just responded to an inquiry he was posed with. Chris Brown got to figure out how to unwind, and you all see Chris Brown begin spiraling in light of the fact that Omarion said he and Karrueche were very nearly a couple again. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.